Okay, so college physics, mechanics, sheet, an outline of an undergraduate level course, prepared using Wolfram Mathematica. Okay, so kinematics, 1D motion with constant acceleration. So here is our formula for the 1D motion with constant acceleration. So this is the description, final velocity v after time t, starting from v sub 0 with acceleration a. For example, here, example number one, a car starts from rest and accelerates at 3 meters per second squared for 5 seconds. What is its final velocity? So we have the given here. Uh, Initial velocity is equal to 0 meter per second. Start from rest. Acceleration is equal to 3 meters per second. The time interval is equal to 5 seconds. So by substitution here, v sub 0 plus et. So the initial velocity equals 0, acceleration equal to 3, the time interval is equal to 5 seconds. So that is equal to 15 meters per second. So the final velocity is 15 meters per second. Okay, so the next problem is, next equation is displacement x after time t from initial position x sub 0. Okay, so here is our formula. Okay, so the problem here is a car starts at the position x sub 0 equal to 0 meter with an initial velocity of 4 meters per second and acceleration at 2 meters per second squared for time equal to 3 seconds. What is its position after 3 seconds? So we have the given here, x sub 0 equal to 0 meter. Initial velocity is equal to 4 meters per second. Acceleration is 2 meters per second squared. The time interval here is equal to 3 seconds. So the solution here, by using these equations, so we substitute the given here, x equal to 0 is the initial velocity. And the initial position is equal to x sub 0 equal to 0 here. And we have the initial velocity equal to 4 meters. The time interval is equal to 3. Then we have the acceleration here. And the square of the time interval equals to 3. So this is equal to 21 meters. So the position after 3 seconds is equal to 21 meters. Okay, this next equation relates to velocity, acceleration, and displacement without using time. Okay, so we have example here. A bike starts at position x sub 0, 0 meter, with an initial speed of v sub 0 equal to 5 meters per second. And acceleration at that time, uh, 2 meters per second squared, until it reaches position x equal to 20 meters. What is its final velocity? So we have the given here, the initial velocity, 5 meters per second, initial position x sub 0 equal to 0, and we have the acceleration equal to 2 meters per second squared. Okay, for the solutions, we substitute here. So v squared, so this is the initial velocity, 2 times, so this is the accelerations. We have uh, the 20 here is equal to uh, final position, 20. The initial position here is equal to 0. Okay, so this is equal to 105. So the velocity, therefore, is equal to the square root of 105, or approximately 10.25 meters per second. All right, so this is the final velocity. approximately 10.25 meter per second. Okay, Newton's laws of motions. First law, object keep moving or staying still unless force acts. So this about the inertia. So we have example here, a book on a table is lying on a flat table. It remains completely still and does not move. Explanation: the book will stay at rest unless a force like someone pushing it is applied. This demonstrates Newton's first law. No net force means no change in motions. So we have another example here. You roll a ball on a smooth floor. It continues moving for a while and eventually slows down and stops. Explanation here. So ideally, without the friction, the ball would keep moving at constant speed forever. But because friction and air resistance are external forces, they slow it down and stop it. Newton's first law is still valid. Motion changes only when forces act. Okay. Okay. Another example here: a box of mass 10 kilograms is placed on a frictionless surface. It is initially moving to the right with a velocity of 2 meters per second. No net force is applied to the box. What happens to its motion after 5 seconds? So we have the mass here equal to 10 kilograms. The initial velocity is equal to 2 meters. Net force is equal to 0. So the time interval here is equal to 5 seconds. So according to Newton's first law of motion, if no net force is acting on the object, acceleration is equal to 0 here. So the object continues at constant velocity. So distance traveled here is equal to 2 times 5. Velocity times the time interval equal to 10. So the box continues moving at 2 meters per second and travels 10 meters in 5 seconds since no net force acted on it. Second law of Newton's second law of motions of Newton. So forces causes acceleration proportional to mass. So we have the net force here. A force to the right is 5. A force to the left is 2. So we have 5 minus 2 equal to 3 newtons. So the acceleration is 3 newtons. The net force divided by mass equal to 3 meters per second squared. So if both forces have the same magnitude but opposite in direction, the first law of motion applies. Okay, another example, a person pushes a cart with a net force of 20 newtons, and the cart has a mass of 4 kilograms. What is the acceleration of the cart? All right, so a net force here is equal to 20 newtons. Mass is equal to 4 kilograms. Using Newton's second law, uh, force divided by mass, so net force. So this is so we have a net force here, 20 over the mass of 4 kilograms. So that's equal to 5 meters per second squared. So the cart accelerates at 5 meters per second squared. Okay, third law, equal and opposite reaction to any action force. Equal and opposite reaction to any force. So a rocket expels gas downward at high speed. In reaction, the rocket is pushed upward. So we have the given here. Suppose the force is equal to 5 newtons downward. According to Newton's third law, the gas pushes backward on the exhaust gases, and the exhaust gas push forward on the rocket. So the force here is equal to 5 newtons upward. So this force, this upward force causes the rocket to accelerate into the sky. The action gas push downward, and the reaction rocket push up are equal in magnitude and opposite in directions.